Alrighty guys, good morning. Let's get this thing uncovered and see where we left off. Okay. Okay. Alright. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. That looks good. It was pretty dark last night. I had no idea what I was doing, to be honest. Couldn't see shit. So, let's get this piece of plywood off of here. Let's get this frame off of here, or structure. Let's get the new header on there. Well, one of them. I haven't built the other one yet. We're getting there. We have a scoop. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's get all this shit off of here. I think I screwed this in. Oh yeah. Ironically enough, it's the exact same size as the old one. The old one was fugly though. Alright, so O2's unplugged, 5/16 nut driver, and 9/16 socket with an impact. I have these big ass aluminum valve covers on here. I had ordered some originally when I built the motor, I ordered some really nice black ones, but they were just kind of standard. So there's a plate here that goes all the way around where these actually bolt into. I ordered billet rockers when I did the heads, and they were hitting the old valve cover, so I had to get these wide ass ones, which don't normally come on a factory motor. So the manifolds did not fit anymore. So what I did was I got 1-inch plate and I spaced out the manifolds 1 inch, so I could get everything to work temporarily. I don't think I had a little bit of an exhaust leak. That one sealed up pretty decent. Oh yeah, she's still usable. Look at that, she didn't tear. No, we'll put some new gaskets on there. Looks pretty damn cool. You guys still record? Yeah. So pretty tight to the valve covers here. I can get a finger between there. So I wanted them as tight to the block as I could get them. So that to that, and alright, so let's get this guy back on here. That is going to be roughly the overall height. And I've got a super cool surprise. Oh, Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, I don't make anywhere near the amount of horsepower I need to. Oh, look at that fucking sexy goddamn thing right there, brother. Yes. So right now I just need to figure out the height that I want that set at. So let me get the boat uncovered a little bit more so I can get in there. This is just one of those things since I was a little fucking kid that I've always wanted. Look at that. It's obviously not going to be at that exact height, but oh god, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. So I guess I didn't feel like talking during this next portion, but what I'm doing here is moving the location of the hinges a little bit closer to the back of the boat. The old location, the holes are just completely worn out. There's really nothing structurally there anymore, so I feel better with moving them back to some more solid fiberglass, and I'll obviously repair the old holes eventually. So the next thing you're going to see is I had my dad go ahead and hop in the boat just to see how far down in he is, and his waist is pretty much level with the top of the boat. I feel more comfortable with someone in the back, especially my son, being a little bit deeper in the boat. So we're going to go ahead and cut the back seat down a little bit. Alright guys, just really quickly, that's mounted, the hatch is mounted. You need to start building the sides to it. I lowered the back seat roughly 2.5 inches, and I'm pretty happy with the way it sits now. I feel like I was just sitting way too high in the boat. So now, now that we're down here, it's a bit more, oh, let's raise you guys up a little bit. It's a bit more comfortable. I'm a bit lower in the boat. Yeah, my knees aren't parallel like I would like them to be, but this is pretty comfortable. You can still get back up, you know, fairly easy. So we're gonna run with that. Now that I have this set where I want it, now I can start building the height here. Once I get that set, that's gonna dictate the two sides and the back. So now that I have this, and I already got the hole drilled for the ski pole. It's a little tall, that's fine. The holes are really tight right now, which is good for fitting everything up right now. Once I'm happy with absolutely everything, then I'm gonna go ahead and trim that down and open the hole up a little bit. So it's looking good so far. We're doing good. Let's keep going. All right, so let's see, what are you guys looking at? Pocket drill jig, 2x4, just clamps in. Clamped that guy in. Off camera, we did a little bit of testing to get the depth set and the collar set on the drill. So when I come in here, I can do that. I had it flush with that side. Now I'm going to make it flush on this other side of the block. Holes cleaned out. And now we'll do 1/3 one in the center. Make sure that this is nice and flat when I'm doing that. I like that. Just an eyeball. Going crazy measuring shit. Oh, that moved on me. Son of a bitch. I think we'll be alright. Well, I don't know what that was about. GoPro just said your file cannot be repaired, so I don't know what it got and what it didn't get, but we have a inner structure now. So this thing is, you know, I'm shaking the boat right now with this, so I can only imagine once it all gets glassed in. It's a little high, but it's almost the exact same height as the driver's seat, so it's kind of pretty cool, you know. I like it. I'm a fan. So now I'm gonna make this front panel. It's going to come up, have a little notch in it, follow that up, and then straight all the way across. It's got to actually it's got to come out 3/4 of an inch on each side so that this panel sits flush with it. Good thing I caught that. So I'll get a measurement point to point. I'll add 1.5 inches to that measurement, and we'll cut a square piece, however tall that is, to another piece of 1 3/4. I'm sorry, piece of 3/4. We'll get that guy cut out, and maybe I'll start working on the sides, or maybe I need to start on the back. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna set the GoPro up, and I don't know what angle yet, so I don't know what I'm doing, but I've got clearance to the carb, and I tried to keep the clearance to the water outlet here, you know, somewhat tight. I didn't want this big bulky bulbous thing. I sat in the driver's seat. I made sure I could see over the damn thing, so if I'm tubing somebody or skiing somebody, I can at least see what the hell's going on back there. And then we have a hole. I don't know if I already showed you guys. We have a hole for our ski pole. It's a little tall. I'm actually going to make a support bracket. I think it's I'm going to clean up the tube, and then we'll just weld on a round plate with some screw holes in it. Not even screw holes, it doesn't even need to be screwed in anything. Just like a flange that gets welded onto it from the bottom side, so this center section has a little bit more support. And I think that should be plenty to support this thing once everything's glassed, and you know, it'll be copacetic. I left a little bit of a gappy gap here, so water can just, you know, flow right through. Things that I've kind of learned from the past flooring, past seats. I'm gonna just take that and run with it on this guy. So yeah, let's get some measurements. Let's get some cutting in. Oh, shut the music off. Alright, so here's where we're at, guys. We got our first piece cut. I left a little bit, you know, I could have radiused that and made it look a little bit nicer, but I think that leaves room for the upholstery. I'm not really concerned with that. We got our height, our width nailed. The only thing, it's not perfectly flush here, and I don't know if it's just because it's not, you know, screwed in yet. Could be a little bowed or something. So I'm gonna put a few screws in it, and we'll get on to our next piece, which I think I'm gonna attempt to do one of these side pieces. Alrighty, guys. So had some time to think about this. I hate how tall it is. I hate it. I'm not happy with it. And the whole reason we're going this tall is because of this water outlet right here. This water outlet is the issue. Because I could take this down. Let's grab a tape measure. We can actually measure. I can take it down 3.5, 4 inches. 3.5 to 4 inches puts us down there. I can live with that. I cannot live with where it's at right now. So the decision I have come to is this water outlet. Do this with one hand. Water outlet's gonna move to the side. Yeah, I have to cut the bung off and I have to cap that hole. Whatever. It is what it is. I would rather do that and be happy with how this hatch comes out, because I only want to build this shit once. And even if it comes below the level of the carburetor, that's fine, because there's going to be a scoop here. So let's start dropping this thing down. I think the angles and everything I'll be fine with. The rest of it, no. Let me go sit in the boat, because I would be losing, you know, I would be losing some backrest. But look how tall that backrest is right now. Like a normal sized person that's not 6'3" or 6'4" like me is gonna have plenty of backrest. I think the only other tall person that gets in this thing with us is my dad, and he's like 5'9", 5'10" maybe. So let's sit here. Look, this is covering my entire back. Even if I lose another 3 to 4 inches, I think we'll be fine. So like everything else, let's tear it apart. As much as I don't want to, but it's really not that much work, because the frame is not changing, the angle's not changing, just the height of it. Cut down. Let's grab a tape measure. And of course this one you can't read 2 or 3 inches on it because it's worn out, but now to the top I have 1.5 inches to the top, the tippy top up here. We're gonna cut that down by another 1/2 inch. I want like that. I'm much happier with that. That would only be up to there. Okay, let's cut some more off of it. All right, guys. Sides are on, and now I need to do this back piece. And how I'm gonna get this curvature, I'm gonna take a bunch of pieces of chipboard and I'm going to hot glue them together piece by piece all the way across. When I pull them off, I'll have a perfect radius that I can trace, hopefully. So we take our template that is all hot glued together with a radius in it. I can mark that out, mark a height, mark the angles on the sides, and we can cut that out. I think it's like a 24-degree angle. I think something like that. So I don't really know what happened to the rest of my footage. The GoPro might have died, or I might have accidentally deleted it. But I went ahead and got this cut, fit up, and I pretty much called it a weekend here at this point. I was pretty exhausted, wanted to spend some time with the family, so I got that cut, fit up. I was pretty happy with it, and next week I'll go ahead and start finishing up the actual top portion of the hatch, get the scoop mounted onto it, and we'll keep going from there. Thanks for watching, guys.